damn trash. I got all the trash.
It all flows down.
Yeah, I'd never seen a water landfill before, but it's the first thing.
Until today.
Yeah.
There were some treasures out there. There was a big wheel, a basketball, and a body.
Oddly enough, this brought to you by Bike LLIPA.
Thank you. Yes.
6% ABV alcohol. Brewed in Kansas City, Missouri. BKS Artisan Ales. Is it Artisan or Artisan? You make the decision.
Woody doesn't get on.
Wafty?
He doesn't?
No, he's been twice.
Oh, wafty.
Dang, they cut you off like that?
There you are.
They said they gave you too many features. They're going to start paying you.
Yeah.
You got a
note?
I got a note. The one pinned to your shirt.
Woody was what? Was Woody number 3?
Yeah, he was early on the podcast. Dude, get you a tall chair,
Get a
homie.
tall chair, man.
Okay, he wants a short chair. All right.
Some
What's
people
the
like the short chair. Hey, you know what I'm going to did you get the rules?
Oh, yeah, so rules. So if you cuss, please cuss. Use your colorful language. Now, if you're going to burp, please load it up and burp into the microphone.
Okay.
So we appreciate that. Wasn't there a third rule at some point?
Pants optional? Pants optional. Just trying to make sure.
I have a lower half for radio.
We're
Optional.
going to call that the Oklahoma rule, and we're going to celebrate it.
Just got to make sure.
I mean,
everybody's
we'll
comfortable.
adopt that. All in favor.
Everybody's
All in favor.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum?
We have a quorum.
Since you have the headphones on, you're going to have to do the introduction.
Yeah. Well, I'll just tell you when it's time.
Well, you can do it. You've never done it.
Well, that's not my job.
Oh, well. Okay, that's fair. Let's go.
Are you ready?
Let's go. This is the part where we play the opening of the show. We've got this fancy new board. Shout out to Rogue Microphones.
It's a fancy board.
We want them to be our sponsor right now.
Shout out to Rogue.
Beers with Nigel is poured for you by Dire Oil Graphics, promotional products and design. They cover your brand bumper to bumper with graphic design, promo products, and print. See what Dire Oil Graphics can build for you at direoil.com. That's DYEROIL.com.
Yes. Hey, welcome to Beers with Nigel. It's a show about.
It's not about multitasking.
No, it's not. Well, somebody was talking to me. It's a show about beer and other stuff
and other things.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, Nick.
I'm that other guy.
That's Nick. I'm Nigel. We're
going to welcome me to the show.
We're gonna
Act 67, and you're welcoming me to the show.
67?
Thank you.
Or is
Thank you. I
it
appreciate it.
67
This
or
will be
66?
67. We're 2 away from the magic number.
We're going to level up the Nicks on this show.
You can never have too many Nicks.
That's true. We got Nick and Justin from Vanessa House out of Oklahoma City, but they're on location here at Diametric in Lee Summit, America. Welcome to the show, fellas.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us out.
First time to Missouri? No, I know not for you.
Yep. First time.
Hold on. Let's cover the bases first. What state are we in, fellas?
We're in Missouri.
We're
in Missouri.
Yeah, right. Do not underestimate.
Yeah,
they learned that harsh lesson last night.
We didn't realize we had crossed state lines, and
y'all sit banging up here.
Yeah, it's confusing because we have a street called State Line Road. One side is Missouri, one side is Kansas. Weird as shit, but that's
well,
what
there's
we
a good
do.
side and a wrong side.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that.
yeah.
I'm not touching that at all.
So let's start with you, Nick.
What's up?
I guess what will be tell us about Vanessa House.
Well,
for those who don't know.
Go
For
ahead,
those
Nick.
that don't know, if you're not in the know, Vanessa House is a brewery in Oklahoma City. We launched the company officially in September 2016. We started off with a contract relationship with O'Fallon up here, in Missouri, St. Louis.
In Missouri.
Get it right. I don't want to get caught out
It's
here.
okay.
Just
We'll allow you to say St. Louis.
St.
Yeah, just say
Louis,
outside
all right.
St. Louis, then
It
people
was in
know.
St. Louis. We started off with a contract relationship with them. They brewed our beer, packaged it for us and everything. All our recipes, we had to make sure all the stuff was there. Package it, ship it back to Oklahoma. We'd sell it. We did that for a couple of years, but we also joined the Brewers Union in Oklahoma City for around a year. And then we started to build out on our tap room, which has now been open since October of 2018. And we've been rocking and rolling ever since, downtown OKC.
So let's go back a few years.
Let's do it.
So everybody has their craft beer story. You know, you were drinking some shit in college, right?
I can't say who, but
Oh, you can mention it.
What was the bad beer of OU on campus?
The bad beer. Oh.
Pocket full of stones, man.
There was stones, or you get the Lost Lake.
Lost Lake. Yeah.
Some still reserved, but that
Still
was
reserved.
That's fancy college beer.
Yeah, but that's terrible. Then
I didn't say it was good. I said
there was always the never fail PBR until the hipsters made it cool, I was drinking it before they thought it was cool.
Yeah. That and Bud Light.
We were just poor.
I was a straight Bud Light.
Oh yeah, Bud Light.
So what was for you guys? What was the thing that you were like, oh, this is different from what we've been drinking? It kind of turned you on to some craft beer.
It was two for me. It was the Mustang Washita Wheat and then the Coupe DNR. Those two.
So you're fairly new to the game.
Yeah, that was.
Because you're talking about how old is Coupe? 10 years old?
They just had their anniversary like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 11 years.
11, I
Yeah,
think.
You're kind of new to
Yeah,
that.
man.
Do you remember what that coupe beer was?
The Coupe DNR.
DNR.
Yeah.
DNR.
Oh, DNR, do not resuscitate.
Yeah,
Great beer.
Exactly. See.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? One beer? 10%
Do not
ABV?
resuscitate.
College, you're just trying to get to where you need to get.
Yeah.
I was like, I just need
One
this
beer?
one. I'm cool. Like,
Yeah, DNR,
move
that's some
around.
good shit right
Set
there.
for the week.
Yeah,
And you said
Yeah.
Mustang Brewing,
And the
huh?
Mustang
Yeah.
Washita Wheat is what another one they had.
Are they still a thing?
No.
We actually, the Brewers Union was
Is-
in the old Mustang building.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about the Brewers Union a lot on this show because I think it's a great concept.
Yeah,
for people to do their thing and to go out and make it into the world. So, Justin, what was your entry into good beer?
My entry was probably started off with Shinerbach and then Sam Adams at first, and then also there was a little small brewery in Norman Coaches. It was like a restaurant.
Oh, yeah,
and
I've been to Coaches.
And they had
And that's what Al Esbach hangs out. isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For those who don't know, if you don't know what Al Esbach is, just Google him.
Yeah. Big hat.
Yeah, big hat. And they had the Sooner Stout there, and that was kind of like really for
Who made that?
Coaches did.
They made it in-house.
No shit.
Yeah, they made it in house.
They had like a 3-barrel or a 7-barrel
Yeah,
system
like
in
it
the
was
back.
You know why that comes? Jake Keys used to work at Coaches.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
he
right.
sure
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
He did.
at
And
Skydance Brewing.
they're like over off near Campus Corner was a bar called the Library in Norman, and it was kind of hidden.
out.
Yeah, shout out to the library.
Shout out to the library.
I don't know if that's ever happened before. I realize it's code. It's a beer. It's a brewery name, or a bar name.
Yeah, it was actually because people were like, "Yeah, I'm going to the library," but that was the actual name of the
That's
bar,
pretty dope.
and
I
they
like
would
that.
carry some of Coach's beer there. And there was like one night where I'd had like a few of the Sooner Stouts because the bartender, she kept trying to make shamrocks out of because it was on a nitro tap, and so she kept trying to draw shamrocks
What
in
the
the
hell's
foam.
a shamrock?
A shamrock,
Oh,
like
like
a four-leaf
trying to do like-
clover,
oh.
yeah, like
Oh,
on a
like-
Guinness.
Hey,
Like
Nigel,
a barista.
Yeah,
Nigel,
barista.
just Google it.
Shut up.
That's beef.
So I know it's more than you two.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about those
Yeah.
jackasses.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk about it.
They didn't make the drive.
Yeah,
There's me, Justin, Andrew, Evan, and Zach.
So tell me how you guys. I know the story, but tell the world how you guys got together and how the brewery name came about.
So Andrew, Evan, Zach, and Justin all grew up together in McLeod.
MC Loud.
Yeah.
MC Loud. McLeod,
You know where you are.
Shout out to MC
Shout out
Loud.
to McLeod. Yeah.
And I met Andrew in college through a mutual friend, and then Andrew introduced me to the rest of the gang, and we've been rocking ever since then. How the brewery got its name was when I met them, they were living in a house on Vanessa Drive, and we always referred to it as the Vanessa House. And it was just like that typical, like, kick-it house. You show up, play video
Eastside
games.
Norman, you know.
Eastside Norman. Show up, play video games, maybe have an airsoft gunfight.
Yeah.
Have a keg or whatever. Like, it was just that typical college house. Random guy sleeping on the couch, which was Justin.
Something.
You
Yeah,
ever
that
seen, what was it?
happened,
The movie Half
Half
Baked. There was
Baked,
like a guy on the couch.
Yeah.
That was Justin.
The old GOC, you know.
Then he just moved in like the little plastic furniture, and then, like, he moved in and started paying rent.
Yeah.
So the name sounds fancy, Vanessa House, but as we found out, it's just a street.
Yeah, I was ready
yeah.
for a big story.
No,
Yeah, I know.
That's the great part of the
That's
story.
it, man.
People think it's like was somebody's wife, girlfriend.
And, like, everybody's like, "Who's Vanessa?"
Yeah, like-
it's it's not a. It's a house.
The girl that got away.
the girl. Yeah,
You'd be
was-
amazed how many times somebody has said that.
yeah, like
It's like, nah, bro.
It's a flop
It
house.
was just
yeah. It was just a nerdy college house that just crazy stuff would happen at.
Pretty much.
So how'd you guys get into brewing?
It was Zach's idea. 100% Zach's idea. We blame Zach.
You just went
yeah.
along
Was
with
he
it?
brewing in the flop house?
No, we didn't start brewing until everybody graduated
We
college.
just drank in the flop house.
Yeah. I mean, so Zach's wife loves to throw parties, like Halloween party, random Saturday party, whatever. So we just buy beer for the parties. And then he was like, I'm thinking about buying a beer kit. Y'all want to learn how to brew beer?
Was it a
Like,
Mr. Beer Kit?
Yeah.
Mr. Beer.
That's the one that gets everybody.
Exactly.
A recurring theme on this podcast.
Maybe that could be our sponsor, Mr. Beer Kit. As
Mr.
many
Beer Kit.
times we fucking mentioned
At
Mr.
Beer Kit. I hope
Mr.
you're
Beer Kit,
listening.
shout out.
Yeah.
Hook up Nigel
Mr.
and
Beer
Nick.
Kit.
Yeah.
But
Hashtag bring back Mr. Beer. Oh, do they still make it?
I
They
don't
probably
even know.
do.
I think they do.
I think you can get
Okay.
that
I
shit
think
on
they do.
Amazon Prime right now.
Get a big glass
Beer.
cardboard
Look up right now.
and some adjunct.
Woody's on it.
Woody's looking it up. Research department. Y'all are
Research.
big time. Y'all got research.
We got this right here.
But bought one of those, did a brew. The first one was a clone of Moose Drool.
Yeah, Moose Drool, yeah.
Moose Drool clone, and it turned out pretty good. And then we kept brewing after that. And then we went from adjunct to grain. And we had Blickman Tower. And then we
Old Blickman
stepped that up
Tower.
and we did a 2-barrel system. And
That's where I almost died on the Blickman Tower.
Yeah,
So
Justin
you
almost
guys
died.
were
We have
Woody
Mr.
found it.
Beer.
Yep.
It's on
Mr.
Amazon.
Beer.
It's on Amazon.
How much does it cost?
Dang,
$48.
that's
Yeah,
cheap.
that's
That's less than $15,000, and we all know that only $15,000 to
Why
start
is
a
it
brewery.
fancy?
what is it?
There's a $48 one. There's a $98 one. So we're trying to find
Does
out
the
what the
90
difference
one have the adjunct with it or something?
Does it have like,
Like,
a
we'll give you the
stand?
kit, but we're not giving you the stuff to actually make beer.
You get the extracts.
That's it.
you get monogram coasters.
Oh, that's fancy.
That is fancy.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
That's
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm cool without
So
it.
you guys were just making beer to drink the beer.
We were, and
Yeah.
then it got deep, and then Zach was,
Shit
and
got
then,
real.
yeah, and then Zach was like, "What do y'all think about starting a brewery?" We're like, "We're not starting a brewery. Like, chill out."
a dumb
was,
idea.
Yeah,
what was
stupid.
going through his head to say, let's start? I mean, that's crazy.
Well, you're all graduates, so what do you? I mean, you have. I'm assuming you all have real jobs at this
yeah,
point.
So everybody had jobs. Like, I think at the time when we started brewing, Zach was the only one that was. Zach was the only one married. I think I was engaged. You were married, I think.
Yeah, I was married.
Evan was seeing somebody. Andrew was seeing
Seeing
somebody.
somebody.
Yeah. Well, Evan eventually married her. In case she hears this, shout out to
Quiet
Alma.
burp.
But like it was just like get together on Saturday morning and brew. And then Jax comes up with this, hey, I think we started brewing. Like, bro, chill out. We're not starting a brewery. And he kept saying it. He kept saying like every week, man, what y'all think about starting a brewery? Like, bro, we don't know. But then he started saying, how's everybody's 401k looking? To like. Take out a loan like fun. I'm like, bro, we not chill out. We're not starting a brewery. And then one day he was just like, he said it. I remember I said, all right, smart ass, how do we start a brewery? And he was like, I don't know. Let's figure it out. And I was like, no. And then we started, all right, you look up how to do this. You look up how to do this. You look up how to do this. We'll meet next week. And then we just started doing that. And we met every week for a year and a half,
While,
2
yeah.
years, something like
Yeah.
that, putting together like a business plan and figuring out how we could do it.
Coming
and
up
all
with
that.
recipes
And it was
and
the
as
dumbest
well.
decision we ever made. And came up with
And
came
the
up with
rest is
recipes.
history.
Came up with recipes, business plan, how to try to get some investors, all this kind of stuff, and started that whole trek. And from probably the time
Apparently
we got
people just
serious,
won't give you money.
yeah, I mean, oddly enough, we found that. Probably from the time we got serious about it to actually launching the 401k. That's why it's called 401k. Yeah, loans against our 401ks to fund the
Oh, that was
401k.
the first beer?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
401k cream ale.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so
It all rides on this.
So, yeah, and then
What was
probably
your next one? The I'm sorry, honey.
no, the next one was like, I'm sorry about what we did to the kitchen. I'm sorry about what we did to the garage. I'm sorry I'm never home anymore.
So what were you guys brewing on these Saturdays?
Man,
and were other people drinking and saying this is good shit? What
yeah,
was
like,
going on?
because there was other, like we were doing, of course, some like clones, and then we were starting to do like like recipes coming up our own. Like we were doing like IPAs. We did like the hef, but the lemon lime hef. The one time that
that was the
that's probably one of the few
that was
beers
the worst
we've been.
beer
Yeah.
we've ever made.
As,
But like bad tasting?
as Nick put it, if it tasted like Sprite, but if Sprite killed itself,
Yeah.
like,
It really,
yeah,
it really did.
that was
bad.
probably the best comment
It was
on that
bad.
one.
That was one of those ones where like you really tried to figure out some stuff.
Yeah.
Like we had fresh limes.
It was like, and they used the rinds in there, and it was like, that does
Andrew
not.
cut his finger open, like bled all over.
all over it. So that's probably why it didn't taste very good. But
yeah,
I just remember tastes like some iron.
Yeah,
in there.
I just remember seeing
metallic
a
taste
bunch
there.
of
It's like-
blood and Andrew just cussing like you wouldn't believe.
That's
and
normal.
Like, bro, what happened to you? Like, lemons and limes. This is stupid. Blah, blah. I was like, this was your idea. This was your idea. This was your idea.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
And we did some brown ale stouts. Then we started with the cream ale because it was a style that really wasn't real popular here in Oklahoma. Like I know, like in the
Not here.
not here,
Not here
not
in
here.
Oklahoma.
You're
Here
not
in
in Oklahoma.
There in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
You're
sorry.
not in
Don't get
Kansas.
him in.
Yeah, we're not in
We
Kansas.
are in Missouri.
not
Missouri.
Lee
back
Summit,
home
Missouri.
in Oklahoma. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
I don't even know where I am anymore. And so,
Do you know who you are? Though?
Yeah, I know who am I.
really-
Yeah. And so we did those. We started doing cream ales. Then that style got really popular. We did with that one, and then we did the brown ale with the old fifth keg, which that name came from was we had five we thought we had 5 corny kegs, and they got like lost during the move. So we ended up with we had 5 kegs, and all of a sudden we ended up with 4 kegs, and there was always the question like, what happened to the 5th keg?
It was full of beer?
It was full of beer. And
it was turning out to be Zach good, too. Like,
Yeah.
we had smelled it and everything. It was like, oh, that's going to be good.
I mean,
And-
did you ever find it?
No, still
What
it's-
we think happened is Zach was drunk and messing around in the garage and dumped it thinking it was something else. And he couldn't remember because he was drunk whenever he did it. That's what I...
That's
That's the only consensus that we can come to.
That's what the forums are saying.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
do you still write him and blame him?
Oh, yeah, all the
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Because
So-
it was... All the beer was at Zach's house.
So-
all the beer was at
Do you
Zach's
have a
house.
beer called the Lost Keg?
That's
We,
the fifth keg.
so we had one when we came out with one of our
Oh.
the first beer. So when we actually did the first beer we brewed was the 401k, and then the second beer we brewed was the 5th keg was the brown ale. Yeah, it was the Imperial Brown Ale. Yeah,
Also, AKA the Lost Keg.
yeah, the Lost Keg. Yeah, the Lost Keg. And then after that we had a Broken Tile, which was our New England style IPA.
Dipper.
And so, which the Broken Tile, that came from also, because a lot of either came from, some stories of the Vanessa house or just inside jokes that happened with us. So, the Broken Tile was from a former roommate at the Vanessa house that kicked a hole in the shower wall after a night of soaking in a bath and getting over an ex-girlfriend. So,
I feel like everybody has that roommate from college that punched a hole, kicked a hole.
Yeah.
Well, he... So he's not one of the owners, but he lived at the Vanessa house and everything. And then when we were the night before we were getting ready to launch Broken Tile, I was like, hey, does he know about this beer? And everybody was like, no. So we started a group text. I was like, hey, man, we got a beer coming
Thanks,
out
sir.
tomorrow called Broken Tile. And I just left it at that. And he was like, you sons of bitches.
yeah,
I'm
because
lawyering up. That's not what happened.
I think on the can it used to say, we know what you did.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but after that, yeah, it just kind of, the 401 after when we got the 401k just kind of took off like wildfire, and so that was it's still our number one,
Still a flagship.
still a flagship beer. So
All that beer talk's got me thirsty.
Is it time for the first
Woody
mystery?
went and got a mystery beer, so
Mystery.
Justin will give you the honor. So we play a game. You can tell us what the beer is.
Okay.
We'll pour it out.
Don't look at the ABV.
Don't try not to look at the ABV,
Okay.
and we're gonna taste it and guess the ABV.
okay,
So everybody gets to participate in this. So you get to.
I get a. Do I not look? Okay, yes.
No, you can look at it and
okay.
say what it is, but
Okay.
if at all nobody tried to look at the ABV, I kind of might have saw episode.
So you gotta guess the ABV.
Okay, so we're doing.
But just open it up and you can pour.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing. I can say the name, right?
Yeah. Tell
So,
us who.
Rolling in the Deep, Hazy Dippo.
And what brewery?
It is from Limitless Brewing.
That's in
And those-
Lenexa, Kansas.
Is that
No,
okay,
Kansas.
that's
It's
in
in
Kansas.
Kansas.
Okay, that's in Kansas. So. Get a little pour there.
Make sure.
There we go. Ooh, a little spill there.
Little
You
spillage.
pour yourself.
Oh,
Oh,
remember
golly.
my
I
first
told
beer.
you just not to.
you did, but I was trying to hold the microphone.
I know, so was I. And
My
I had
bad.
to open it, and the pressure of opening
you
it and
some,
pouring
sir.
it.
Oh, look. Somebody's stepping in. He's like,
Yeah,
there you
I
go.
don't want you guys to.
All right. Woody's on the wagon for now.
I did not look at the ABV.
Let's give
For
one to
now.
the.
That's
We
beer
got
name
the
right there.
birthday
Yeah,
boy
Woody
over there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I gave
right.
him a full
Yeah,
beer.
the Woody
so-
wagon.
There, right there. Woody
The Woody
Wagon.
wagon.
Woody
Yeah,
wagon?
there you go.
That's
the
a
Woody
whole
wagon.
series right
Woody,
there.
Woody.
So
Jason, so we've got our friend Jason.
yeah,
what's up,
Jason
Jason?
turned 50
Jason just
this
turned
week.
50 this week.
Oh, shout out.
Happy.
Happy birthday.
Welcome to
birthday.
the 50 Club.
Feliz
Welcome to-
So
cumpleaños.
Jason's going to have to
That's
tell
a
us his
tasty
guess
beer.
on the ABV as well.
I like that. Juicy.
Alles Gutes am Zoom Geburtstag. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yikes.
So who would like to guess the ABV on that beer? Anyone? Bueller?
Bueller.
7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7.
You
7.
got the double mic.
Wow.
Yeah, you did.
Usually you got to wait a few minutes into that movie for that one.
I'm going to go with, I don't know, he said 7. 7.1. No, I'll get.
No, you can play Price is Right games. You can play those games.
I'm going to go with 6.5. We'll do 6.5.
What you got?
I'm going to go 6.8. Jason?
You just want to guess? You can see the beer.
Yeah.
5.9.
You want to just guess?
Saying 5.9.
I'm gonna go ahead and say. What was the highest number again?
7.
7 right now
He
is the
said
highest.
7.
Okay, I'll do 7.1.
You said 7.1?
Nigel?
It was
Actual.
I saw it.
I
Actual
didn't guess. I didn't
retail.
guess. I didn't guess.
Our actual
I guess-
retail ABV?
I'm going to guess 7.5.
Oh.
Did you guess again? Was that your first
That was
one?
my first. I didn't get to
Oh, are you ready? Our actual
The
retail
other
ABV?
Nick, yeah.
8%.
8%.
Oh.
Ta-da.
You can't go higher than 7.1.
I thought I had an inkling.
Inkling.
I had an inkling.
So-
What was it though?
8%.
8%.
Surprisingly,
That's
8%.
smooth,
Yeah,
man.
smooth for 8%.
That doesn't
That's,
feel.
that's dangerous.
So I'm sure the viewers and the listeners.
Well, viewers, we have no video
Viewers.
cameras. There is no viewers this time.
Some
In
people
our
might
minds.
imagine us
Yeah.
doing
You
a
gotta think.
podcast.
You
know
gotta
what I'm saying?
manifest it in my
could.
mind.
If you're
So
imagining
shall
Nigel and
think
Nick,
it's- so shall he
I'm
get.
sorry.
They might be wondering why Vanessa House is in town and why we're at Diametric. Well, fun fact.
Fun fact.
It's Collab Day.
It's
Day.
Collab
Collab.
Day with the current Collab kings of the Midwest.
Yes. They got 5011 collabs. That's
You know how much that is? That's a shit ton.
That's 5011. That's a shit ton.
Y'all do big things. 50-11.
You can get the 5011 t-shirts on the
Street
website, by
Brewing
the
in
way.
the house.
Vine
What up,
Street.
fellas?
What's up, y'all?
Yo, what's going on?
So let's talk about today's collab. Who would like to discuss that, Elliot or Woody? Woody says Elliot.
Elliot.
So, what are you guys doing today?
It's like a pineapple sour, so it's a beer brewed with this like weird yeast that creates the sour notes. But then we're putting pineapples and then dry hopping with like brew one for big hoppy pineapple flavor in the secondary. So
That sounds like it's a summer beer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Summer
sounds
beer.
like it.
Summer
Sounds
deliciousness.
sexy, doesn't it?
So what's it like to? I know you guys have been on the collab circuit. What's it been like, obviously, to meet some people you've never met before? Because they were game about it. I was like, you guys want to come up and do a collab at Diametric? They're like, fuck yeah.
We'll do work.
So you guys have been to the collabs. I mean, are you learning some things by hanging out with these different brewers?
oh yeah. I mean, we're learning a ton, just like about brewing the process. Because since we haven't opened yet, we don't have our brew house on hand, right? So we're looking at everyone else's processes, kind of picking out that, meeting just some dope people in general, just sharing stories, getting to know people,
I
which is
appreciate
awesome
that.
about beer, right? The stories around behind beer is what's the best thing about it, in my opinion. But I mean, yeah. So we've been all around the Midwest. Well, we were just at Wichita last weekend with Cody Sherwood brewing there. I mean, learned a bunch of stuff from him and these Wichita Brewing House. I didn't realize Wichita Brewing Company was such a big brewery. Their brew house is big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're like 20, 30 barrels, something like that.
Dang.
It's a lot bigger than I expected. So seeing that's been pretty cool. And then we've just been all around town, so learning a ton.
So Woody's been on the show. How many times, Woody?
This will be the third, but I guess you can say 2.5. they ain't letting me say too much. Y'all know I like to talk.
We're gonna get to you, son. But we don't know Elliot's story. So Elliot, what were you drinking before you started drinking actually good beer? What was your go-to back in the day?
Oh, so I didn't drink any beer until I graduated college, actually.
No shit.
No beer at all. I drank gin, vodka.
Oh, he was grown
and,
man.
that's about it.
Yeah. He was refined. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. He was like in the shatterproof bottle, the good
That's a
stuff.
plastic bottle.
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
You're gonna break your back
Does
to
it
get
pop
it.
off on it?
But like my first like craft beer actually was Breckenridge Vanilla Porter, like my go-to
Oh, good.
craft
Oh, wow.
beer.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think it's mainly because I like to drink coffee in college, and I drank black coffee in college because I was too lazy to put creamer in. One day I ran out of creamer, and I was too lazy to go to the store, and I made coffee. And I was like, I'm just going to drink it black from now on. But, yeah, Breckenridge Vanilla Porter, my gateway craft beer. And then from there, I mean, just drank whatever, right? First craft beer, right? Yeah.
What got you into brewing?
Probably just like
Mr. Beer Kid?
actually, there was this, Brew Lab. So Brew Lab brewery. They used to have their like a small home brew store before they opened the brewery. Me and my friend, I mean, we were just talking about making beer or whatever, and I was like, I told him no at first, and then we had some drinks. We ended up going to the brew store. Trying to figure out how to get all the brew stuff together. So we actually talked to them. They helped us out, kind of got us a little kit put together. We ended up brewing a porter for the first time, and it was disgusting.
It was bad.
Oh, man. I don't know. It didn't ferment right, but I chugged all 2% porter down. My pride was hurt, but I chugged
2% porter?
every bottle
table
of that.
porter beer.
Table beer. Sessionable porter.
Sessionable porter.
Oh, man. But I drank all that. It was terrible. But just loved brewing just because, like, all of the options you could do, and then just learning how things were made. I just enjoyed that.
So now, we heard the Vanessa House story of how they started the brewery. How the hell did Woody and Kemet convince you to do such a you got balls to do that?
It's because I'm a great salesman, everybody.
That's true.
Don't let him tell you anything else.
Man, my man has talked me into a lot of things. I'll back that up. Yeah, he's talked me into a bunch of things. I'm like, absolutely not. And then next week, yeah, that sounds like an all right idea. So, but I mean, I met Woody through brew festivals, mainly through hip hop. Through Nano Brew Fest was the first one, and then he asked me to serve at hip hops, and so that was where I met Woody, and then Woody approached me with this opportunity. And so after Woody approached me with this opportunity, we went through a couple options, and actually I was kind of on the fence for a while about committing to starting Vine Street Brewing with him and Kemet. But eventually we found the 2000 Vine location, and then we were all in. We just kind of saw the vision. Kemet sold us on the vision, sold me on the vision too, and then having Woody there as well, because I've had his beer, trusted his process, things like that. I mean, that's kind of how I came into the fold.
I think I've asked you guys this before because I know you guys have been prolific home brewers. How's that work on the recipe side? Is Woody convinced you that his recipes are better?
Hey, it's been a challenge, okay? But I'm bringing him over to the crazy side, and actually he's bringing me over to the less crazy side, which I don't like it sometimes, but I like it sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because you both have very different styles.
Oh, totally different.
Brewing.
The first time I met Elliot, of course, my first thing was I was like, "Oh, a brother home brewery." That's the first thing, know. And I was like, "Oh, he's brewed some good ass shit." I had known Woody before, but you're right. They're counterpolar opposites because you're doing classic, just middle of the road,
Yeah, clean styles, like classic. I like to brew close to style. And then Woody's on the opposite end.
Yeah, Woody's like,
I had some good salsa the other day. Let's make beer.
I think there was like a festival that him and I were at, and we both made cream ales, and his was just a standard cream ale, and mine had like oranges and vanilla and lactose in it.
That's Woody's style. But let's digress a little bit because up the street there's the Goat Brewing, and you inspired a beer that they did. Tell us about that beer. It's crazy.
I messed up, y'all, because it was really before I got off into like brewing, and I was like, I need somebody to brew this salsa beer for me. Yeah. And they still got it on tap, and it's delicious.
Look, it's the perfect beer for a plate of nachos.
Wow. And you wouldn't think it would be good? Is it a goza?
Yes.
Yeah, a salsa goza, and it's like
it actually is pretty good.
It's super unique, but again. To your point, Woody is on the other side of it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have thought about a salsa
every day
beer,
we stray further from God on that beer.
That's nuts. Nick's
I'm intrigued. I know.
Nick's intrigued.
He's like, let's do this.
I could be down for that.
But no, that's cool. You guys got together and did the collab. I appreciate you guys coming up. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what happens. Because it's good for you guys because as much as I tout the Oklahoma City scene. A lot of people are like, well, where's Vanessa House? You know what I'm saying?
Downtown.
So it kind of gives you guys, a different you know, when the beer comes out, people are like, well, Oklahoma City, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
118 Northwest State.
Drop the address. Drop it down from Hideaway.
Right down there.
But no, I appreciate you putting it together.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, anytime we get to link up with somebody and do something fun, do something cool, and get out of the state and just see how everybody else is doing it, their different craft beer scenes, like, if we can make it happen, I'm down to make it happen.
Isn't that kind of what's great, though, about the craft beer industry is you can do these things. I mean,
Yeah.
not every industry is, hey, come on over and we'll all make something together.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, then you get to see how everybody else is, how it is different in state to state, right? Like how Oklahoma, we just recently went through the law changes and how it's changing there, and you guys are seeing it starting to build. Like right here in Lee Summit, like how many breweries there are in this relatively small town.
Yeah,
and like
in the
how it's
last
popping
5
up.
years, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's nuts. It's pretty dope, though.
Yeah, five years ago, there were 0.
Yeah, all right.
Wow.
So,
yeah, that's
Same
And now
thing
we have
Oklahoma.
5.
yeah, now we have 5, yeah.
One
And
a
what,
year.
2 of them opened during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
that's great. Yeah, I know. That's like
Is that right?
No.
One.
Goat opened during
Goat
pandemic.
opened, and then I was thinking of Broken Hatchet, but they're Belton, south of here.
But
Yeah.
that's not Lee Summit.
That's not Lee Summit.
So how, if somebody was coming to Oklahoma City, how would you describe the beer scene to them down there? Because again, I'm a one-man show. Half the people don't even fucking believe me when I tell them it's great beer down in Oklahoma City.
It's just good practice not to believe Nigel.
It's just like a standard rule.
yeah.
just
That's rule number 3.
rule number 3.
SOPs.
Don't die, don't be a dick, and don't believe Nigel.
Don't believe Nigel.
The scene,
Yeah,
it's starting to get a little crazy, man.
Yeah,
Like,
like
I can't remember how many brews we have downtown, but
there's at
8?
least almost like I think 8 within the downtown like area.
Yeah.
Because within our little area, like near Automobile Alley, it's at least 4.
there's us,
4 or 5.
there's Prairie,
There's Twisted Spike,
Twisted Spike,
Sky
Sky
Dance.
Dance, and then Elk
down the
Valley,
streets, Elk Valley,
and then
Stone Cloud,
Angry Scotsman. Yeah.
Broke. Broke,
Yeah.
Broke is down.
And then 4 Cores over by the
Core 4.
Core 4. Did I say 4 Core?
You said 4 Core.
Core 4. Sorry.
Yeah,
Lively.
Lively.
Yeah.
And the Anthems over there. Yeah.
I mean, that's like 8 or 10 at that
Yeah,
point.
so
At this
it's
point
just-
now.
Yeah, so it's getting nuts, man.
just within the
this is all within
core,
since 2018,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, and for us, it's different, too, because compared to what we have around here, you guys have giant systems.
Oh, yeah.
Because to the laws change.
Because the way it started,
you
yeah.
had to go
You had to
distribution.
distribute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I went into On Q and I saw, local cans in like the 22-ounce cans, I was like, holy shit, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this
yeah,
madness?
like it's
I think
You know,
almost
it-
everybody has a 15 barrel. Almost everybody.
Yeah, just about
15 or-
everybody.
And then
30,
it was crazy.
yeah.
up here
Lively
last
has a
night.
30.
yeah, Lively's a 30.
And then just last night partying around with you, everybody's got like 7 up here, and I'm like, dang, I wish we had a 7.
And that's funny because my man at Skydance, he was the same way. He was like, because he wants to do some small batch stuff.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, I got this 30-barrel system.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if you at Vine Street had to start with a 30-barrel system.
I don't think we can
Woody's
fit a
shaking
30
his
barrel in
head.
our location.
Woody's eyes just got huge.
Just know I can't go crazy with 30, okay?
Yeah.
Well, when we
Don't
launched,
doubt yourself.
yeah, get that doubt out your mind. When we launched with the cream ale through
fear
the contract with O'Fallon, we had to commit to 60 barrels.
Wow.
No
50
shit.
barrels.
Wow.
50 or 60?
Yeah,
I can't
50 or
remember.
60, yeah,
But
because
we were
they,
like,
they had a
Yeah,
100
starting
barrel.
out.
yeah, that's our first.
Because they had a
barrel.
100 barrel system.
Okay, like that was the only way to get it done.
50
So
barrels.
we had
Y'all
to
went
go
big
out
right
and sell
away.
it,
Yeah.
man.
Y'all went big right away.
We real
Yeah.
big right away. And I was scared. Like,
It was just like,
how we gonna sell 50, 60 barrels?
Well,
we ain't
that's
got nothing but T-shirts floating around.
yeah,
over
like,
And that's a long trek.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
from where you guys are to up to O'Fallon.
Yeah,
that's
because like I mean, we did like the first couple of brews, but then like it got to where it's like, man, that's what 7 or 8 hours, like just to drive up to St. Louis just for one brew day, and then, but like when we came back into Oklahoma, that's when it really was taking off again too, and just like people were just eating up 401k.
We had grown it
drinking it up.
by that point. Like we had done a lot of pre-sales. So prior
Yeah.
to actually launching the 401k, we did every festival, every event, like all of that stuff, and we sold merch. So we had a little bit of brand awareness.
Yeah.
Right.
So that helped moving that 60 barrel as fast as we moved that 60 barrel. But then it was also proof of concept, right? So we were
Right.
able to get
Right.
a little bit more money from some investors and whatnot. And then people weren't as scared to like take on a new beer that they never heard of, right?
Yeah, because I think with like the cream ale there in Oklahoma City, it kind of was I like to call it like a gateway beer, like the
Yeah,
craft beer.
yeah.
Like it kind of helps you get into other styles, but it brings you from, like, if you're used to drinking, you know, like big beer, like Bud Light or Coors or whatever, you know, it's a beer with more flavor, and I think it's more approachable, and also it's pretty crushable as well.
Yeah.
So
That's what he's go-to, cream ales.
Yeah. Well, it's crafty enough for the nerds, but it's light enough for like a straight Bud Light drinker.
It's good for the nerds.
The good nerds. I mean,
And the boring white guys.
I did not say that. That was the other Nick.
That was the other Nick.
the other Nick's,
But hearing this story is kind of good information for what you guys are as you embark on a kind of the same. You know, you've got a brand awareness now. Vine Street is definitely known. Yeah. Obviously, it's going to be the first black-owned brewery in Missouri. Yeah. But they got brand awareness all over the country at this point.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of cool to hear your story because you guys can glean some stuff from that and be like, oh, so we're not crazy.
Yeah. And they got dope shirts.
Yeah.
So,
dude, the merch is fucking sick. And you know what? And that's what I hate about these dudes. That's what I hate about it. They made it so fucking exclusive. You can't get shit. If you didn't get it on the pre-sale, you're fucked.
We got stuff up right now.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, the online store is up.
All right, it's on there now?
Yeah, online store. Yeah.
Like PlayStation 5s.
You can order those when they're available.
Yeah.
I know last time I went on there, it was all sold out. It's not sold out anymore.
Tons of press.
Okay, I take that back, America. You can get the merch.
You get the merch.
Yeah, you can even get it from Charlie Hustle. You can get it from our website. We got a couple outlets now.
On Charlie Hustle?
Charlie Hustle?
Oh, my God.
Actually talk about that part because that's a big part of the local company.
I'm done with y'all. Y'all big time already. And you got a fucking brewery yet.
I can't even get them shirts. I'm too big for them shirts. You know? They only go up to like 3X. I'm like, man, you could have got me one of the big
size
shirts.
discrimination right there.
Size discrimination.
We ain't gonna get it all that.
They don't have nothing for the husky gentleman.
So you guys hooked up with Charlie Hustle?
Medium.
Yeah, hooked up with Charlie Hustle. So that was Kimmett's well connected in the city. Okay, so being a local musician, Kimmett's got a lot of connections throughout the city, and so he knew one of the owners at Charlie Hustle. They approached us with this deal to essentially design this shirt, like this color scheme anyway.
Right.
And then partnered with them to sell our logo and shirt through Charlie Hustle. That's really good for us for people who don't know about our website or whatever, and so Charlie Hustle's a well-known brand.
Yeah.
You get to push our merchandise through them. We get some profit from those sales, and so that's cool. But then, like I said, the online store's up. I mean, we're doing the same thing right now, just pushing t-shirts, hats. No beer, unfortunately, right now, but we're getting there. I promise.
Hey, we know that, man. Like,
it's a real brewery. It's coming.
It's real. We're for real.
You're being catfished by a brewery.
Just taking all the startup money.
That's how we felt, man. Like, they just thought we were a T-shirt company.
Is that the next beer, the Monte Teo?
Yeah.
But it's been awesome though.
That's a good reference there.
We got other stickers yet.
Yeah, we have stickers. Not on the store yet, but we have stickers floating around for sure. Especially when you go to, because we've been pouring at little different events around the city, and so we usually have some kind of stickers to give little giveaways there.
I ain't got no stickers, Woody.
Yeah,
what
we
you got to say?
We didn't bring stickers.
Hey, I got you, man. I'm sorry. You didn't ask for one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I thought he was going to, I got you.
You've been on the show 2.5 times.
2.5.
2.5.
Oh, we got the stickers like last week.
Oh, that's partnership right there. Teamwork. That's what that is right there.
Oh my goodness.
These stickers are brand new, hot off the press.
How many collabs have you guys done the last 6 months?
Let's see.
So we got 3 Trails was our very first one.
Yep.
And then what? Pathlight.
And then with
Transport.
Red Crow.
Wichita Brewing Company.
Yep.
Here, Vanessa House Diametric.
Yeah, there we go. You count those 2.
You got others in the hopper, right?
Yeah, we do got some others in that.
Some shit they can't sell.
Top secret.
I mean, Windshift is not top secret.
No, Windshift's we got Windshift coming up. We've talked with Sandhills and
G14
plan to
classified.
get something on the books with Sandhills. Nothing established yet.
I think we're actually gonna be doing another one with Red Crow soon.
Right. Oh yeah, another one with Red Crow.
I'm gonna hook you guys up with a cider collab.
I would love to do a
Johns.
cider.
The Cider
Cider
Johns
Johns.
out of
Philly.
Philadelphia.
Oh, dope.
And they've never been to Kansas City.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like you guys. Their brand is ahead of what they're doing because they're contract brewing. No, I take that back. They're brewing at home.
Out of her apartment.
At her apartment.
She has to turn off her HVAC at her apartment.
Yeah, so they can. So they but their brand. I mean, they did a collab at Barrel and Flow last year, and they're known around the country now. So I told them they were on the pod. I'm like, I've got a collab. So you guys got some time before you open. So that'd be great to have a cider out there. You know what I'm saying?
Nigel's the
love to do a
plug.
cider
Yeah,
collab.
nice.
Love
Nigel
cider.
is the plug for the collab right
He
now.
is.
Like,
Yes. Yeah, dude. It's about hooking people up.
yeah.
Well, and because we don't really want to brew, so we want to just get other people to brew for us.
There you go.
And
genius.
even Nick
Yeah.
brewed a beer.
Nice. There you
Well,
go.
brewed is a strong term.
What'd you brew?
Loosely.
Well, he came up with the recipe.
Okay, there you
And
go.
I do Nolan down at Transparent in Grandview. He's like, you guys.
Nolan didn't laugh at my idea.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's how you knew it was gonna
Christmas
work out.
stout with cranberry
Well,
and
this stuff was cranberry and cinnamon.
yeah.
Oh,
And
oh, yeah.
That sounds good.
Nick went on the brew day, did all the things. It was a little too automated for my liking because the times I
Nigel
brewed.
wanted me to hurt more.
I really did.
Gotcha.
The grain out at Transparent was like super easy. He got one of those spinning things. It spins it out. You're not digging it out. I'm like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, them rakes helping you out there. So yeah.
And also, Nolan's a bit of a control freak, as he should be, and didn't let me get too near.
Well, to the controls.
Yeah.
I mean, he talked about it, but But I mean, you went through a brew day, so.
I did get to push the buttons.
Yeah.
you
So
go.
That's big
and
time.
we did a little event for it, and they sold the shit out of that beer. We didn't make no money on it, but that's
You heard that? You heard that. They're looking for that check, Nolan.
Cheated us, Nolan.
so we're certainly in for beers
I
with
bet
Nigel
Nolan would do a little,
collabs.
a
'Cause
little
we have our own little.
Yeah, we kind of talked about
We call it beer karma. So beer karma. There's two rules. Rule number 1, don't die. Rule number 2, don't be a dick.
Right.
If you're a dick, you ruin your beer karma.
That's true.
So
Put good into the world.
yes.
Beer
So
will come to you.
and how much beer?
That needs to
how
be
much
on the
beer
shirt.
Just,
That
just
is, I
shows
think
up
they
to
have
me.
that on a shirt.
Yeah, the greatest part of the 2+ years of the show is just beer appears.
It just appears. Just
Yeah.
shows up. I mean, you guys brought a couple of cases.
Yeah.
did,
That's
yeah.
beer karma. There it is.
That's a. I can't argue with that logic at all.
No,
Like you just proved it. It's,
Try not to die. And
yeah.
and you got beer.
and you got beer,
Yeah, it's true.
and that's what happened.
Well, this has been a fun little episode, impromptu.
Impromptu. We like it.
Because we've been talking about you guys coming on forever.
For a
Right,
minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Nick was like, "Do you want to do it when we come to town?" I'm like, "That's a great idea."
let's do it.
And then I
go.
went to the other Nick. I'm like, well, "You want to do it, Nick?" He said, "That's a great idea." And we get to talk to Vine Street
There we
at
go.
the same time. Too bad Kimmett's not here because we've yet to have him. No, we had Kimmett on, didn't we?
Wait, Kimmett was on with Woody.
Yeah, that's true.
In
Yeah.
Woody Part 2.
It's Elliot's first time. It's Elliot's first time.
Didn't Elliot duck us that time?
I didn't duck. I was
Hey, I'm surprised he didn't duck you right now.
He did get up when the microphones came
Yeah,
out.
he kept trying to hand on the mic, and he's like, I got it. He kept.
A little shout out to our friends here at Diametric.
I got a note.
They all come on.
That might be the name of this video.
Let's shout out Diametric and Sean,
Shout out Sean.
and Devin
Oh, yeah,
and
Sean's a
Matt
great
for
host.
letting us
Oh,
come in
yeah.
here and take over. And he bought us lunch.
He did, yes.
Thank
They
you,
did.
Sean.
It looked like he gave you some coffee this morning, Justin.
Yeah,
Put us
that
up.
was nice. It was really good.
I will come here anytime that they are buying Jack Stacks.
Oh, for
okay?
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime. Any brewery that's buying Jack Stacks for me, I'll come collaborate with
There
you.
you
Let me
go.
know.
Oh,
You
not
see
to
what he
mention,
said? He didn't say
Oh.
Jack Stack. He said Jack Stacks, plural.
and not to mention,
Two of everything.
Woody's philosophy: have barbecue with brew.
put it
Also
on a
sponsored by
t-shirt.
Jack Stacks Barbecue.
Well, plural, it's Jack's Stack.
Oh, Jack Stacks. Sorry.
Also,
It's like
the,
Walmart's.
the tater tots here at
Oh,
Diametric.
yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, no,
tater
tater
tots.
tots.
I'm sorry. I'll take that back.
Oh.
That's strike 2. My bad.
They're not.
They're not tater tots.
They're
They're
What's the chef's name?
Tyler Tots. Tyler Tots. I apologize. I apologize profusely. Taylor, my bad. I apologize.
Tyler Tots was the evil Tots.
That was I apologize for my transgression.
When Knight Rider and the Hoffman were the evil twins.
And that was the last time Vanessa House was allowed.
That was it. And we're never going to be allowed again.
Hey, you
But
guys
the
ate
food here
last
last
night,
night,
The
burger,
burgers,
and then the Taylor Tots.
There you go.
the Cajun fries,
The Cajun fries, the beer, like, come on, man.
top notch.
Yeah, they got a little tour last night. I took them.
Yeah,
They were
we
here.
hung
I
out
took
with
them to
Nigel.
Fringe.
Apparently, the mayor of Lee Summit.
You can't go nowhere with Nigel and nobody not know who
He's
Nigel
the
is.
craft beer ambassador
Yeah,
of
like-
the city.
Took them the grains and taps, and then of course it was packed, and I knew every fucking body.
It was like
Yeah.
The Godfather. Like everybody was like paying their respects and kissing his ring.
Did
And
you,
then,
did you try to take the envelopes of cash?
There was a lot of $100 handshakes. I saw it.
Well, I wish this shit was happening for real.
I was just hoping nobody was going to try to pull a hit off
he's
in
like
the alley.
introducing to us, and like, and this, Justin and Nick, and they're like, oh yeah, hey Nigel, and then like they'd whisper something
Yeah.
to him, and he's like, it's
Don-
And then somebody disappeared.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
and he just say it's taken care of.
Should we do another mystery beer before we wrap
one
up?
more.
Somebody said
You
Don
wanna grab
Nigel
us
and
another
shook his
mystery
hand.
beer,
And I was
please?
like, Don Nigel?
So while we're on the subject of Vanessa House, so if people want to follow you, socials, where do they go?
We're Facebook, Vanessa House Beer Co.
Twitter, VH
Twitter.
Beer.
Beer
Instagram, Vanessa House Beer,
Beer
Co.
Co. TikTok.
TikToks.
TikToks.
Are you guys on the TikTok?
we got
We're on the
TikToks.
TikTok. We're
Who's doing shit on TikTok?
everybody. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I haven't been on any of the TikToks.
I've been on one or
When they
two.
shoot
I
them,
don't know.
when they shoot them, it's during the day. And
I
I'm
don't
having-
get TikTok, so just like
It frightens me.
I know,
I
like
went there once.
it
I got scared.
It reminds me of like Vine on steroids. So like
That's what it is.
yeah.
Rest in peace, Vine. Loved Vine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Vine was the best.
Got to do it for the Vine.
What we got there, Nick?
What
We
life gives you
have-
lemons.
A British-style golden ale by Kenwood Avenue, brewed in Kansas City, Missouri.
That would be
don't say the
BKS.
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 BKS. That's the other BKS. Okay.
Yeah, Bravo Kilo Sierra.
What'd you call
I
it?
said Bravo Kilo Sierra.
I know you said don't look at the ABV. It's on the front. Don't look at the ABV.
I can't.
So I
you
can't
just-
guess.
you see how small
So I
that
can't
shit
guess.
is?
Yeah.
I can't even
guess.
see it.
I mean, I might guess. Throw it off a little bit.
Cheated the last time.
I did not. I did no such thing.
7.5.
He said Price is Right rules. I watched the Price
He's
is Right.
like Bob. What did he say? 7.1. Okay, 7.5.
If she said
717.
if she said if she said 393 and I say 394 and it was 399, I still won.
That is true.
It's rules.
Oh, okay. Golden
Don't-
ale.
Golden ale.
No, I didn't look at it.
What is it?
I don't know.
All right, that was a test. He passed.
Leave me alone, Dad.
That was a test.
All right, of the group at Vanessa House, which one is the dad?
Zach. We call Zach Pop Pop. That's like the running. That's like the running.
No, there's one.
Yeah. If Zach comes in, hey, Pop
Yeah.
Pop, or if Pop Pop's mad,
Pop Pop's
we
mad.
spend too much money on something, Pop Pop's mad.
Who ordered extra T-shirts?
Yeah.
You know what, Nick? They're almost to so. Shout out to War Cloud Brewing out of LA. So you guys got 5 people.
Yeah.
So you're almost at they got 9.
They
people.
are. They
Oh,
are.
wow.
Yeah, so we call them the
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang
The Wu-Tang.
Yeah, we're
of breweries.
Yeah,
They got
War
9
Cloud's dope
cats.
too. They're super
Nobody
dope.
parties.
Yeah.
Nobody
War
party.
Cloud party.
Oh,
Maybe
like-
you guys are like, Boys to Men or some shit.
I would say we're like Color Me Bad. You know,
Rep in Oklahoma City. There you go.
Yeah.
That's in Oklahoma.
Famous Oklahomans
Color Me
right there.
Bad of brewing.
I want to see either that shirt or that beer.
You did a CMB stout.
Oh my gosh. Now we're gonna have to get them to come out to our next event.
No, the last time they got in a fight when they performed together.
Oh, I did not know
you,
this.
yeah, it's totally on the YouTubes.
Where was
nice.
this?
It was somewhere, and they did a little reunion tour, and they got in a fight with each other on the stage.
On the stage?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Man, even New Edition didn't even do it on the stage.
Well,
It didn't
Bobby
even
just
back.
doesn't show up.
Yeah, well, Bobby show up
just
late.
walked off.
Bobby show up late, and then he just take over the show. There you go.
Bobby's just doing a line, and then he comes in.
Hey, allegedly.
I mean,
Allegedly.
I'm
They're
not gonna lie,
on their
y'all.
own. You
I'm
know,
probably
like-
the Bobby Brown of Vine Street. I ain't gonna lie.
Emmett, can I have a ruling?
As long as it's identified early.
That's Ralph Tresvant right there.
Hey, no comment on that.
You need a man.
He's a little too young. He probably don't even know what we talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Who? He says he's too young for Ralph Tresvant. You know
You
who
know
New
who
Edition
Ralph
is,
Chance,
right?
man?
I know who New Edition is. I don't know all the bands.
You don't know all the members.
I'm not. I mean,
But you
I
know
only know
Cody
Bobby
Bad
Brown
is,
is
right?
from New Edition, and that was just because of Ghostbusters too. So.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. What up, Sam?
What up, Sam?
Sam's in the house.
Sam, I
Chapter
am.
manager Sam.
Wait. So back to New Edition. Okay. hang on.
Back
Let's
to
bring
it.
this back home.
You said you know him from Ghostbusters
Yeah,
too.
on our own.
Can
You know.
you name the members of New Edition?
I just said I don't. I only know Bobby Brown.
I thought you said I know.
Can you name the original Ghostbusters?
The original Ghostbusters? That's a softball question.
I don't know. You look a little scared.
Oh well, it could be. You could have you have Dr. Peter Venkman, Dr. Raymond Stantz, Dr. Egon Spangler, and then now Dr. Winston Zeddemore.
That's the first on the show.
Yeah.
Somebody
Who
quote.
issued us a shout out on Cameo.
Oh, Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson did us-
Ernie Hudson.
No shit.
Yeah, Zach's wife got him to do a cameo for us for was it our anniversary?
Something like that.
Something I don't know. And she sent it to us, and we were like,
It's Ernie.
You know
Winston.
what? You know what? I'm
We're nerds,
gonna have to downgrade that a little bit because I saw Ernie Hudson on one of those Car Shield commercials, so he might be doing all kind of shit.
I think Ernest is taking the chicks.
He's just shouting at
he was on
everybody.
Yeah.
Frankie and Grace. That was a good show, though.
Yeah, he
Which
was.
one was?
Frankie and Grace. It was him and now I can't think of her name.
was Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin, yeah, Lily Tomlin and
He was
I have no
Guster's
recollection
dad
of
on the
Jane
show
Jane
Psych.
Fonda.
Wow, y'all going way back.
No, this was like
No, this was they
No,
did the
yeah.
a
show
new
as old
Netflix
ladies.
show.
What?
Yeah.
He was an old lady on the show?
Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda.
Oh, I've done
Yeah.
It was about them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was about old ladies
He's
doing
doing
like,
stuff.
It was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, I got nothing.
Okay.
What's the ABV on this beer, by the way? Anybody
That was
guess what we
a
guess?
Golden Ale, right?
Yeah, Golden Ale, 5.4%.
That's your guess,
That's
5.4.
5.4.
Oh, I thought you just just named what it was.
Oh, I thought you just said it was.
I was like, that's not much of a case. I'm
confident with my
5.4%.
I know the answer. Elliot?
You know, I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go 5.2.
I'm gonna go high and say 6.
6.3.
6.3.
What do you got?
He's doing it off of
went
just
6
smell.
points.
He's doing it off of smell.
I
That's
think it was
smell, that's-
6.1
Okay, I'm gonna say
off the
just
smell.
off a smell. I'm gonna say 5.2.
5.2.
Okay.
5.2.
So
5.4. What you got?
5.6.
you said 5.
I said 5.2 already.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said
man.
5. Hang on, we got to re-guess.
5.1.
Okay. And the winner.
5.2.
It was 5.0. 5.0.
5.0?
Mustang.
I got him.
You went over.
He went over.
You went over. You don't win.
you
Price
said-
is right rules.
you said
it was a
5.1,
bust
didn't
at
you?
5. Did anybody guess under 5?
No.
I said
no,
6.
no.
Oh, y'all are
What did you
raging
say?
alcoholics.
Boom, boom, ba-dong.
I'm gonna mark that as a win because I was the closest.
No, Price is right. You'd be over.
But then I'm just gonna be over.
You should have seen the
But it
look
was
on his face
it was
when I
like
told him he lost.
it was like a
Dude,
soft
you're so
5-1.
sad. What he said.
It was a soft 5-1. He meant 5 probably. Yeah.
I mean, you know,
He said 5.1.
5.
yeah, I said 5 and 1 beer.
Right.
Did we already go over where we find Vine Street on the socials? Did we talk about
No,
that?
we did not. But I mean, we're on Facebook, Instagram. We're on TikTok as well. And no dances yet.
Gotta get it up.
Yet.
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like a
I feel like that
collab
means it's
TikTok
coming.
between Vine Street and Vanessa House.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
A dance off.
And Twitter. We're on Twitter too. We got a Twitter account too.
Don't nobody want to see me, you know. No, they really don't want to see
No,
me.
we really do. No, we really
There's
do.
a dance off.
real, you know.
Nick, you're on
Actually,
your
you should
own.
check Woody's personal TikTok. It's pretty good. He's got some good dances on there. He be clowning. He be hitting the Taco Tuesdays.
I'm a big dude. I like to eat.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming on and doing this and
Yeah.
coming together and making this collab work. I can't wait to try the beer. We'll be repping you guys wherever you got. I'll
Yeah.
rep you guys. I love you guys' beer.
thank
Can't
you.
wait for
Appreciate
you guys to fucking open with the shit.
Yeah.
Sometime this year.
Why did it take more than a week
September.
to open your brewery?
Remember,
September.
we're projecting September. Yeah.
Projecting September.
Yeah.
Right when the football season starts.
Hey,
There you go.
you know,
Nick,
good timing.
where can they find us
You can
on
find
the socials?
Beers with Nigel on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. You got one of them Alexa devices? Hey, Alexa, play the Beers with Nigel podcast. And we're on the beer Twitters, Beers with Nigel. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We do not do TikTok.
Yeah.
Do
Have you
not-
tried to do the
do not
Alexa
do
thing?
TikTok.
Yeah, it works.
It does? Okay.
It does work.
They all-
Especially when I post the right show. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony.
What about MySpace? You on
You guys got a
MySpace?
MySpace
MySpace.
popping?
MySpace?
Zanga.
Zanga, yeah.
We got banned, actually. for
It's full circle at that point.
Appreciate it, guys.
Hey, thanks
Yeah,
for
thank
having
you.
us.
That's the end of the show, you think?
That's it. See
That's
ya.
it.
Bye.
See ya.
You've been listening to Beers with Nigel, a show about beer and other stuff, hosted by Nigel Woodbury and that other guy, Nick Parker. Beers with Nigel is poured for you by Dire Oil Graphics, providing bumper-to-bumper graphic design, promo products, and print services. Find them at direoil.com. Beers with Nigel is a proud member of the Fredcast Network and is available on all of your favorite podcast flavors. Find Beers with Nigel on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and ask Alexa to play the Beers with Nigel podcast.